seeing what the story tells us. So we have the Six of Coins coming out first, and this is a card of charity. In general, there's obviously a transaction taking place here between two different class of people, most likely. One who has is giving to one who does not have. So this card to me always comes with a big warning, and it following renewal of peace. I feel like that's what I need to share with you today. And the warning is, do not give what you do not have to give away, and do not take more than you need. That's how we can keep our scales balanced in our life, right? So if you're looking for a renewal of peace, more likely than not, you've been giving away things you did not have to give away. So you may be giving time, resources, energy, all of those things to someone or something that you just don't have to give away because you're not taking care of yourself properly, or you're not thinking long term how this could negatively affect you. Now, charity is a beautiful thing, and it's something most of us need to do more of in our life, to selflessly give to others and try to support our community in a selfless way. However, a lot of us can't say no to people and end up getting ourselves in situations where we're giving more than we have to give, and it starts to negatively affect us. Whether, like I said, a lot of times it doesn't have to be financial. This card, it's showing a monetary exchange. But in general readings like this, I like to concentrate more on the overall energy. So this may not directly be a financial situation. It may very well be just resources in general, time, energy, focus, thoughts, feelings. What are you giving to people that you just can't anymore? So coming out in the beginning of this reading with renewal of peace, I believe that should be a big focus for you for the month of September, is reevaluating that and coming to a better understanding of what real charity is. And are you giving to people that shouldn't be asking? Are you giving to people that don't really need? Are you giving what you don't have to give away in the first place? And then we have the Nine of Coins. So I call her my fancy lady. Like every time I see this card, my brain says she's so fancy. But this card isn't necessarily about having like fancy or luxurious things. It's about finding value and comfort in the space that you have. So like she has her coins beautifully displayed there, and she's surrounded by luxurious things. So this is finding comfort in your space, appreciating what you have, making sure the things that surround you have true value to you. They're not just in your life because of like consumerism or those kinds of things. So it seems like the month of September may very well be focused on your physical space, your monetary things, your material things, things you possess in general. So this may be a really good time for you to do kind of a fall cleaning. And I know it's not fall yet, and I'm not trying to wish summer away, but it's coming soon. So it may be a good time to take a good look at what's in your home and in your space. Clear out things that don't serve you or don't create value and comfort in your life. That may be a good opportunity for you to give to others. Find a donation place, a church group organization, Salvation Army, something that will make you feel good to give things to, or a specific person. And make sure what you're giving away no longer serves you. Do it in a selfless way, and be mindful of not giving away things that do hold value to you and do provide comfort and do allow you to feel peaceful. So in general, that may be a big focus for the month, and I think that's a beautiful energy to have. A lot of us And just, I'm seeing in general, people, at least in my friend groups and so forth, really making a conscious effort to be more aware of their consumerism, being more aware of how they want their home to feel, what they want the stuff that they spend money on to have, getting much wiser about how they're spending money and how they're taking care of their physical space and what really has value to them. And I think it's cool. I think it's great. And through this, we have the high priestess. But through these behaviors, a lot of times it can bring you to this space. And the high priestess has a really deep inner knowledge. She's very aware of the dualities in her life, her spirit and her body. And so when I see her, I do see a lot of meditation, self-care, prayer, time to be alone with yourself, with your thoughts, with your feelings, so you can more clearly listen to your intuition, know who you are and who you want to be and how you want your life to be, what feels good and what's right for you as a person. So in the beginning, I said self-care is going to be important. The high priestess coming out really makes that very important, and that may be why you need to get your home in order and be more wise with how you spend your time and resources to get to this place where you can really get to know all the aspects of yourself and get really clear on how you want to spend your time. Now, if prayer and meditation and those kinds of things aren't your style, sorry, my lighting just changed. I have a light that's on a motion sensor, and to be quite frank, I forget about it until it goes off when I have the camera turned on or something. Sorry. Self-care. That's what I was saying, I believe. If meditation and prayer is not something that you already do, I'm sure you have a way of unplugging. Do you exercise or garden or, whatever that is, that's kind of your thing. And if you don't have a thing like that, that doesn't include being plugged in to TV or the internet or something, I would highly suggest finding a thing and just taking time, even if it's just taking a hot bath for 15 minutes a day without an electronic running. So many of us, music has become so portable and a part of our lives. It's like we carry around the soundtrack with us wherever we go. And I love music, and I believe music is a very healthy, important part of the human experience. However, I think we're in this age where all of us are plugged into something all the time, and we have these outside influences constantly bombarding our brain. And it may be really important for you to find time to unplug and just listen to your own thoughts and feelings for a while, Gemini. And it's amazing how beautiful that energy can be when you really start to allow it to show up more in your life. Our next two cards are the Three of Coins. So we're very coin heavy, again, physical world stuff, and the Six of Swords. So with the Three of Coins, this card to me really brings in a lot of energies of teamwork, compromise, this idea of pulling together of resources. This card the artwork doesn't clearly show it as well as some of the other decks I have, but just to explain it to you, a lot of times it'll be shown with a man who has created a coin, some kind of physical, tangible thing like a product, and he's standing on this bench and he's presenting it in front of other people who seem to be well-dressed and interested in that which he's purchasing. So, what are the energies that go into that? Having the foresight to put in work and to be able to proudly present this to other people and to have other people interested and the kind of people that would be able to help further this, because it's only a 3, right? And these numbers go from 1 to 10, technically 0, but so this is kind of like a beginning process kind of card. And this is a being willing to put yourself out there in your physical world and communicate with the right kind of people that are going to help progress whatever this is. And so this may be just something in your work life or something in your home life. It may be working on a budget with your spouse or trying to, figure out what the next step is with whatever your career or your hobby or something that you're making and putting into this world. And I also have the 6 of Swords here, and this card really talks about moving away from negative thought patterns or negative treatment behaviors. So whether someone in your life has not been treating you well and you're ready to move away from them, so not physically move. I mean, maybe, but design your life where this person is no longer able to treat you that way. But some of us, it may be how you're treating yourself, and you're being very conscious on what you're saying to yourself. What's the story you tell yourself about yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Are you abusive to yourself? If you heard someone talking to another person the way you talk to yourself, would you think that was abusive behavior? If your answer is even or you have to think about it, then this may be really important for you to pull in that kind of energy of moving away from that and getting much more conscious about it. So this is, since I'm kind of doing a free flow of how the cards are coming out, I feel very compelled to set the High Priestess up in the center as almost like a focal point with these 2 down below. It's just how my brain works. So if you ever see me moving cards around and stuff, when I look at the cards, it's kind of like an ink blot test at a psychologist's office or whatever, where the very first thing it makes me think of is important. And I just expand on kind of the definitions of the cards and what the most important thing about that, what was the forefront, what it made me think of first, and that's what I need to talk about. And it almost plays like a story or a movie in my head. And I kind of then cut it down into chapters sometimes or groups with whatever feels right to me. So I know that you probably don't care, but that's why I start to move cards around and how I think about different energies interacting with each other and so forth. So anyway, back to this side here. This may just be getting in a better place when you add these 2 together. Who are you working with? Who are you creating with? Who are the people that are helping progress your career or progress whatever it is that you work on? And it may just be within your household. If you, like, let's say, are a stay-at-home person, then to me, this is being smarter about who you're working with and negating negative behaviors, whether that's from yourself or someone else, but treating yourself well, having some confidence in yourself, being mindful that you need other people sometimes to progress a situation and make it grow. And you need to be very smart with how you interact with these people, how you're interacting with yourself. You cannot make good headway if there's a lot of negativity involved in that. It's just being smart with how you're being treated in general. Okay. I'm not sure. I may come back to that. I'm not, my brain's not giving me any more words on that situation at the moment. So, 4 of Cups. Seven of Coins. Coins, coins, coins. Earth, earth, earth. One more. And the Death card. So the Four of Cups here, you may notice he looks a little pouty. And he's alone, sometimes even depicted like on an island in the middle of nowhere, a deserted island or whatever, however you want to think about it. But this other cup's coming in, and it's coming in hot and flashy and with a lot of attention, but he's still like, nah, I'm good. And cups have to do with our emotional space, so this may very well be not willing to take in any new connections and really taking a time to pause, think about what you already have going on, thinking about your emotional attachments to things and how you feel. And this isn't a good place to stay in for a long time because you could miss some really awesome opportunities to connect with people if you're too within yourself. But sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need, like, especially with this renewal of peace being our main theme, we need that time to kind of just deal with our own emotional stuff and not deal with other people's. Even if it's a positive thing, you may just not have the time or the energy to give away to others right now. So don't get hard on yourself if you're kind of cutting off, not wanting to meet up with friends or not be socially engaged. Right now, I just feel like you have so much going on in your own home, in your own job, in your wherever all of these earth coin cards are coming out, your tangible space, that you may not have the emotional capacity to deal with others right now. And next is the Seven of Coins. So we have the 6, the 7, well, 3, 6, 7, 9. This is very heavy coin stuff. And the Seven of Coins, a lot of times talks about thinking long term, putting in work, being mindful to keep at stuff. Like the way I see this card is he went and planted all of these coins, and he has been doing the work and waiting for them to grow and whatever, but he might have gotten a little negligent because some of them are looking like they're not perfect anymore. He might have neglected them a little bit. So it's time to like pick them up, wash them off, give away what doesn't suit you anymore, hang up what you have as a real value, and create a space that's comfortable and good and well taken care of, if that makes sense. And the Death card's coming out as our very last card. I'm going to do this card quickly and then stop my camera and maybe come back for an overview because we're getting to about 20 minutes now and my camera's probably going to shut off. The Death card is a completion so we can start something new. The Death card is scary to some people. I love the Death card. I'm a Scorpio, so the Death card makes sense to me. This constant like dying, ending, and creating something new. I feel like I've been a different person in my life countless times. It's like, okay, that person died. Like, I don't even feel like disassociated with that part of my life almost. And I don't say that in a negative way, but it rose an opportunity for me to put all of that down and create what I really, really want. So that's what I see happening here is you working through this stuff to be like, okay, I'm done living like that. I'm done with whatever this was. And I am now going to be able to get to a place where I can create the next part of my life the way I want it to be. And that's where I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. All right, Gemini, I decided to leave the card sit now because I feel like I kind of shortchanged him. This is like creating this new life. After something's come to a completion, that's when something gets the opportunity to start again. There's never really an end, right? It's just a cycle. It's got to come all the way back to that very, very But that's where the beginning is again. So please, Gemini, don't be scared of this. You shouldn't be. You're a Gemini. I think you get this a little bit. Geminis and Scorpios seem to have a mutual understanding about duality and some of these complex emotional things where we have to really get through something and really complete it and start something fresh. So overall, like I said, we had mostly cup cards, a sword card, or not a cup card. Sorry, I was looking at that one. Coin cards, a cup card, and a sword card. So, this is a very tangible world month for you. And, don't beat yourself up too much mentally or emotionally. I think overall getting your physical space in good running order will lend to you being able to get more here, more aligned with your intuition, with your true self, with your deeper self. Okay, let's start in the physical world. Things I can physically control. I can organize my space. I can take care of my space. And if my emotions and my thought processes aren't there, getting my physical space in check and taken care of and feeling really good is going to help lend itself to me getting to this peace where, okay, that's one less stress I have to deal with. Now I'm going to take some time for my mental health or my emotional health and those kinds of things.